Hey guys, I hope you've all been really well. I'm making some soap today and I thought I'd bring you along with me while I make one of my loaves. So I've got it all set out on the table here. I actually have to pick my son up from school very soon, so I'm just going to start with the lye water and let that do its thing while I go and pick my boy up from school. So today I am going to make a grated soap and a lighter natural coloured top. I haven't decided yet what botanicals I'm going to use, if any. My essential oils that I've got here today for this loaf, I'm going to use a blend of Palmarosa, dark patchouli, and just a little bit of French lavender. And I'm putting in this one some French blue clay with just a touch of indigo powder, just to give it a little bit more blue, because this French blue clay looks a little bit green to me. And I'm also going to put some colloidal oatmeal in this soap. We've got the distilled water. I've got some sodium gluconate here, which is a natural chelating agent. That's going into my water to dissolve before I put the sodium hydroxide in. I've got my oils laid out here. Olive oil, coconut oil, my cocoa butter, avocado oil, castor oil, coconut milk, my essential oils, my clays, and my colloidal oatmeal. So let's get going. I'm just going to first pop in the sodium gluconate into my distilled water, and I'm going to let that completely dissolve before I add sodium hydroxide. So just actually I'll use this one. Just give it a little bit of a mix. It'll take about 15 minutes to dissolve, and once that's completely dissolved, then I'm going to pop my sodium hydroxide in, and I'm going to let that cool down while I go and get my baby boy. Well, he's not a baby anymore, he's a big boy, but he still likes me to pick him up from school, which is just the sweetest thing in the world. The sodium gluconate has dissolved. I'm going to slowly add my sodium hydroxide. Slowly. It'll take a good half an hour to cool down. It won't be completely room temperature by then either, but cool enough for me to use it. You can soap it. You can use this as it is, like quite hot. I prefer to let it cool down to room temperature. Just makes it makes the soap a little less tricky to work with. Otherwise, it can speed up the trace. All right, I'm going to pop the lid on this, and I'm going to put it aside, let it cool down. So I'm just going to first up mix a little bit of the olive oil in with the colloidal oatmeal and the clay and indigo powder, so it's nice and hydrated and blended before it goes into the batch. It just means there's less stick blending required, and you don't sort of get any chunks. It's a nice evenly distributed clay and oatmeal. This colloidal oatmeal is absolutely divine in cold processed soap. It feels like silk. It is so finely milled It reminds me of what is the name of that brand? Oh, can't even remember now. I used to buy a bit of makeup when I was younger, and I used to love this high-end brand. I cannot remember the name of it now, but it was extremely expensive. And I used to buy their pressed powder. It feels like this. It's just the most finely milled, silky powder. It's incredible. Chantecaille. That's who they were, or who they are. They're still around. Chantecaille is the cosmetic brand where I used to buy their pressed powder. And just hydrating the blue clay. This is French blue clay. And I've put about the smallest pinch of blue indigo powder in it, just so it pulls more blue, because it looks slightly, that blue clay looks slightly green to me. So I'm going to get them hydrated and mixed through. That's pretty. They're gorgeous. Just love making soap. And what else have we got? I might actually put a little bit of olive oil in with my essential oil mix too. I like to do that so it doesn't freak out when it hits the soap. Sometimes your essential oils can seize the soap up a little bit or speed it up. I find if I just mix a little bit of my soft oils in with my essential oil mix, it doesn't seem to speed up my trace, so I like to do that. Sometimes I will hydrate my clays with the essential oils. A lot of people say that it anchors the scent, but I don't seem to have any issues with my essential oils. I used to, when I first started making soaps, they did used to flash off a little bit, but they don't seem to anymore. I think it's just because I soap a little bit cooler, and I don't know really. It's just a matter of trial and error and getting your process, once you figure out what works for you, because it all depends on your humidity, the temperature, like where you live in the world, and there's so many different variables with cold processed soap. So I'm just going to melt my hard oils down now. I'm going to pop everything in here. So I'll just pop the cocoa butter in. And I'm going to put the coconut oil in. And I'm going to get these two melted down. And then I'll add my softer oils in. That's just about melted. I'm going to put my soft oils in now, and I'll give it a stick blend to get it all incorporated. The cocoa butter's, it's still in little clumps, but it's very soft. So I'd rather give it a little stick blend rather than putting it under more heat to melt it. So that's the olive oil. What have I got here? This is the avocado oil. Avocado oil gives the soap a really substantial feel. It's quite a dense oil. And I don't know, it's hard to describe. If you've ever used avocado oil in soap before, you'll know what I'm talking about. And then I'm just popping in the castor oil now. Okie dokie, we're nearly... the joys of making a video, YouTube, with a teenager in the house, flying around after school. I've just begged him for 10 minutes of silence. Let's see how we go. Right, so this is nearly melted down. I've got my colloidal oatmeal, my clays, my essential oils, my coconut milk. I'm going to stick blend these oils in. Oh my goodness, that actually shot across the room then. Nightmare. Shit, I'm doing a sterling job with the bubbles today. Have a look at that. That's because I don't usually make soap in this, but I just thought it would be prettier for the YouTube video. And now I have got an enormous amount of air bubbles through my soap. Anyway, press on. Oh, just did it again. Unbelievable. Alrighty. There we go. Stay. I'm going to put the coconut milk in now. And I'll get all of that blended through. I'll split it off and then I'll put the clays in. I usually put the clays in, I'll put the sodium hydroxide, the lye water in, and then I'll split it off and put the clays in. I usually, if I can speak properly, I usually split it and then put the clays in before I put the lye water in. I don't suspect anything here is going to speed up, so I'll just give this coconut milk a blend. Okay, oh, it's so gorgeous. Love, love, love. Okay, let's get this off. Lye water. That's about it. That's about it for the blender as far as I'm concerned. Get rid of the stick blender. And I need another bowl because I want to split these colours back in a sec. I'm just going to split some of this off so we can get a little bit of a combo of colours. Let's hope I don't spill it all over the table. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, pop that over to the side. I'm going to get my mould ready because I kind of want a little bit of an angled pour today, so I'm just going to pop it sort of a little bit like this so we get a bit of an angle going on in the final loaf. I'm going to put my clay in. Alright, this is the blue clay going in. It's also got a little bit of indigo powder in this one, just to give the blue a little bit of a kick, because the blue French clays, it almost looks a little bit green to me. I need to hurry up. Alright, I'm just going to get some essential oil in here and then I'm going to get this into the mould because it actually is feeling a little bit thick. Alright, I'm going to get this in the mould now. You can see that okay. Just going to pour it all in there as it is. Give this other batter a little bit of a mix before it seizes up on me. If you keep it running, if you keep it fluid, or if you keep it moving, it generally keeps it a bit more fluid. I'm gonna push this down because I've got it all the way up on the side there. Okay. Alrighty, I'll move that out of the way for a moment. I don't know if you can see that. Let's pop it up there. It's just on a slight little angle there. So, a bit of a knockdown. I'm just going to sit it there while I finish with the rest of this. And I'll pour that over really gently so hopefully we can get a nice clean line. So I'm popping the colloidal oatmeal into this half. This is more than a half. It's about 2/3 here. Okay. Just let that set up for a couple of minutes. I'm going to put a few botanicals on there. I've got a little combination here. Some little jasmine flowers, which I think are so pretty. So, actually that still looks a little bit, yeah, it's still quite soft. I like it to be just set up a little bit firmer than this, so I'm just going to leave this for another couple of minutes, and I'm going to come back and do it again. Or maybe I'll just play with it for a little bit. This is so pretty. I love how it just slowly sort of starts to set and thicken, and you just get these beautiful peaks. It's so pretty. Does anybody else do this? A little bit of ricing through this one, I can see. It's interesting. Sometimes it just does its own funny little thing. Okay. That looks quite pretty. Do you know what? I might go like this. And then I'll do like a second little swoop, a little half swoop. I like it when I see soaps like that. Sort of like this, and then a little half one, like this. It's quite pretty. Just can't stop. Seriously, what's wrong with me? Oh, that is riced up real bad there. I'm actually going to let that sit for a couple of minutes because I'm not happy with it. After all that. Oh, boom, boom, boom. I've probably just flattened out the bottom half of the soap by doing that. But anyway, such is life. I'm going to let that sit for another 2 minutes. And then I'm going to come back and texture it the way that I want to texture it. Because at the moment, I'm not happy with it. Okay, that feels nicer. Still not as firm as what I usually would like to texture, but that's good. It's taken quite a while to set up this soap. So we'll just go with it. I can't sit here and wait all day. Got other things that I need to do. I hope you enjoyed watching again, guys. Thank you so much for subscribing and supporting my little channel. I love making these videos. I could do this all day, every day. I wish I could do this all day, every day. Maybe one day. Maybe one day if I'm really lucky. So relaxing. Almost like painting. Does anybody paint out there? I love to paint. Okay. I think I'm going to leave it there. Leave it there. Okay. Let's put some little jasmine flowers over the top. We're done. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. A couple of people have asked, well, have not asked, have told me, where's your recipe? I don't intend putting any recipes up on my YouTube channel. Sorry guys, if you're looking for recipes, this is the wrong channel. So I work hard to get where I'm at. I don't intend to just give it all away. But if you enjoy watching if you enjoy watching the process, which is what I love doing when I watch YouTube videos, then please stay, because I really love making them. And there she is. It smells amazing. Pretty, huh? I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Okay. I'll show you the cut, hey? I'll show you the cut tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy. Have a fantastic day.